Good morning, students. Today, which I am going to discuss with you, this is the continuation of chapter number 6, Manufacturing Industries from Geography. And today's topics are number 1 is automobile industry, number 2 is information technology and electronics industry, and number 3 is industrial pollution and environmental degradation, in which I will discuss with you 4 pollutions. Number 1 is air pollution, number 2 is water pollution, number 3 is thermal pollution, and number 4 is noise pollution. And after that, finally, control of environmental degradation and NTPC. Alright. So, topic number 1 is automobile industry. So, students, as you know very well that automobile industry is also a growing industry today in all over the world, because this industry provides vehicles for quick transport of goods, services and passengers, and truck, buses, cars, motorcycles, scooters, three-wheelers and multi-utility vehicles are manufactured in India at various centers nowadays. And after the liberalization, the coming of new and contemporary models responsible for the demand for vehicles in the market, and which led to the healthy growth of the Indian industry also, including like passenger cars, 2 and 3 wheelers. Okay, and this industry had experienced rapid growth in last 15 years, and due to the foreign direct investment, this investment brought in new technology and new machines and also a lot of money to the industry with global developments. And now in India, there are 15 manufacturers of passenger cars and multi-utility vehicles made by the automobile industry of India, and in which 9 of commercial vehicles made by automobile industry, and 14 of the 2 and 3 wheelers also made by automobile industry in India. Okay, and this industry is located around Delhi, Gurgaon, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Lucknow, Indore, Hyderabad, Jamshedpur and Bangalore. And students, on the basis of above name, you can understand very clearly that these important places and centers of India have a agglomeration of economy. Okay, after that, your next topic is information technology and electronic industry. Okay, so nowadays you know very well that IT or information technology centers growing very rapidly, and the electronic industry of India covers a wide range of products, from transistor sets to television and also telephone, cellular, telecom, pagers, telephone, exchange, radars, computers and many other equipments required by the telecommunication industry. And after the globalization, Bangalore is considered as the electronic capital of India. And other important centers for electronic goods are Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Lucknow, and Coimbatore. After that, near about 18 software technology parks provide single window service and high data communication facility to software expert. And the major IT industry concentration centers of India located at Bangalore, Noida, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad and Pune. And you know very well that nowadays the IT industry has employed a mass number of people. And you will surprised to know that near about 30% of the people employed in this sector are women. Okay, and in IT industries, million of people employed, and this number is also continuously increasing from eightfold in the next 3 to 4 years. Okay, and this industry has been a major foreign exchange earner in the last 2 or 3 years because of its fast growing business processes, outsourcing sector or through the BPO. And nowadays India is continuing growing in the hardware and software technologies. Okay, after that students, your next topic is industrial pollution and environmental degradation. So students, the growth of industries contribute significantly to India's economic growth and development, but also causes serious problem and the increase in pollution of land, water, air, noise and resulting degradation of the environment. All right. So students, nowadays industries are responsible for 4 types of pollution. Number 1 is air pollution, number 2 is water pollution, number 3 is land pollution, and number 4 is noise pollution. So number 1 is air pollution, and air pollution is caused by the presence of high proportion of undesirable gases such as sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide, and smoke which is emitted by chemical and paper factories, brick factories and refineries and smelting plants, and also burning of fossil fuel in big and small factories that ignore pollution norms, and it adversely affects human health, animal, plants, buildings and the atmosphere as a whole, and as well as airborne particular materials contain both solid and liquid particles like dust, sprays, mist and smoke also. And student, as you know very well that, and you have already learned in class 8 that toxic gas leaks can be very hazardous with long-term effect. And I think you all aware about the Bhopal gas tragedy that occurred. All right. After that, your next topic is water pollution. And water pollution is caused by organic and inorganic industrial waste and effluents, whatever discharged into river. And the main harmful pollutant which is mixing in the water, there are paper, pulp, chemical and textile and dyeing petroleum refineries and tanneries and electroplanting industries that let out dyes, and also mixing of detergents, acid, salts and heavy metals like lead and mercury, pesticides, fertilizer, synthetic chemical with carbon, and also plastic and rubber, which is releasing and mixing into the river bodies. And also fly ash, phosphogypsum and iron and steel slates are the major solid waste which is mixing into the rivers of India and making rivers too much pollutant. All right. So students, on the basis of above, now you can understand that how these chemicals are responsible and very harmful to destroy the human life, animal and also plants. All right. So now time is very near to us that we have to take care of this, and before the releasing of any toxic material into river bodies, we have to purify it, we have to check out it. All right. And this harmful chemical also responsible for the loss of aquatic life. Understood? After that, your next topic is thermal pollution. So you know very well that thermal pollution occurs when hot water from factories and thermal plant is drained into rivers and ponds before cooling. And you know very well that if hot water directly releasing into the river bodies before it cooling, then what would be the effect on aquatic life? As I told you that nowadays we know very well that aquatic life started to destroy and many important species of aquatic life already extinct. And also you know very well that waste from nuclear power plant and nuclear weapon production facilities cause cancer, birth defect and miscarriages in women. And after that, soil and water pollution are closely related to it. And dumping of waste, especially glass, harmful chemicals and industrial effluents, packaging, salt and garbage render the soil useless. It means too much dumping of waste materials which is releasing or throwing by the factories. They are also responsible for the degradation of fertile soil in all over the India. And making soil useless also. And rainwater percolates of the soil, carrying the pollutants to the ground, and the groundwater also is started to contaminate it. Okay. After that, your next topic is noise pollution. So industrial and construction activities like machinery, factory equipment, and generators. Saws and electric drills also make a lot of noise, and it causes hearing impairment, increased heart rate, and blood pressure, among other psychological effects. And you know very well that unwanted sounds from the speakers also responsible to irritate the people. So students, anyhow we have to stop it and we have to minimize it. That's why some important control of environmental degradation as given below, to understand that what we have to do to stop above type of pollution from the atmosphere. So students, as you know very well that every liter of wastewater discharged by our industry pollutes 8 times the quantity of fresh water. That's why to stop and control all these, some suggestions are given to reduce the industrial pollution of fresh water are. Number one is minimizing use water for processing by reusing and recycling it in 2 or more successive stages. And number 2 is harvesting of rainwater to meet water requirements. And number 3 is treating hot water and effluents before releasing them in rivers and ponds. All right. After that, and treatment of industrial effluents can be done in 3 phases. Number 1 is primary treatment by mechanical means. This involves screening, grinding, flocculing, and sedimentation. And number 2 is secondary treatment by biological process. And number 3 is tertiary treatment by biological, chemical, and physical process. And this involves recycling of wastewater. After that, I am going to explain in front of you some measures to control air pollution. So students, to stop or control air pollution, we have to do particulate matter in the air can be reduced by fitting smoke stacks to factories with electrostatic and precipitator, fabric filters, scrubbers, and inertial septators. And smoke can be reduced by using oil or gas instead of coal in factories. Okay? And after that, measures to control noise pollution. So students, whatever machinery and equipment can be used, and generators should be fitted with silencer. And if we use noise absorbing material, may be used apart from personal use of earplugs and earphones. Okay? But students, the challenge of sustainable development requires integration of economic development with environmental concerns. That's why NTPC shows the way. And students, one question will arise here, that what is the full form of NTPC? So students, the full form of NTPC is National Thermal Power Corporation. Alright. And students, NTPC is a major power providing corporation in India, and it has ISO certification for Environment Management System or EMS. And the corporation has a proactive approach for preserving the natural environment and resources like water, oil, and gas and fuels in places where any plant or industry is settled. Okay? And this corporation is very keen to preserve and protect the environment wherever these parts of industries are settled, and it is very careful for optimum utilization of equipment, adopting latest techniques and upgrading existing equipment, and minimizing waste generation by maximizing ash utilization, and also providing green belts for nurturing or for the maintaining of ecological balance, and addressing the question of special purpose vehicles for afforestation. And this corporation also very keen to reduce environmental pollution through ash pond management, ash water recycling system, and liquid waste management. And also check it out ecological monitoring, reviews, and online debates management for all its power stations. Understood? This is an example given in your book just for your understanding. If we will follow the rules and regulation whatever adopted by NTPC, then we can control environmental degradation. Alright students, so students, here your chapter number 6 is completed now, and my next tutorial I will discuss with you question and answers related to this chapter. Alright, thank you and have a nice day.